Happy Thanksgiving, Shabbat Shalom. This is Rabbi Boxt from Temple Kolemeth in Marietta, Georgia. This week's Torah portion is Parashat Vayeitzei from the book of Genesis, Genesis 28:10 through Genesis 32:3. I wanted to focus on something very important in this particular Torah portion. And for me personally, it's one of the most important stories in the entire Torah. If you've ever heard me discuss the time in my life in which I realized that I was going to be a rabbi, or that being a rabbi was something that was meant for me to be, sort of my calling, you may have heard me explain the story of Jacob and the ladder, and waking up the next morning and praying to God, realizing that God was in this place. It was a holy place, that he erects a monument of God and then promises to set aside to God a tenth of everything that is given to him to God, as a thank you for all that God has given him. This is actually where the idea of tithing a tenth of your possessions comes from, this very part of the Torah. And the reason why I'm focusing on that today is because this week we celebrate Thanksgiving, a holiday that we come together with our families and our friends, and we say thanks to everybody in our lives who are meaningful. Thank you for all the meaningful experiences that we've had, and most importantly, thanking God for all that God has done for us and all that God has given us. It just works out perfectly that the Hoda'ah prayer, the Modim, the Thanksgiving prayer in our own Siddur, speaks specifically about this acknowledgement that God is the God of our ancestors forever, the rock of our lives, the shield of our salvation, and we thank God every single day in this Modim, thanking God every single day for everything that we have. And it just is so fitting that this week, Thanksgiving, Parashat Vayeitzei, we can talk about the Hoda'ah prayer, the Modim, all of it coming together. I'm often asked, if Thanksgiving is a Jewish holiday. And while the Pilgrims certainly were not Jewish, and while the Native Americans certainly were not Jewish, the idea of giving thanks for what is good in our lives, for what is important in our lives, even for the things that we don't realize are significant to us, but are necessary for our lives. It's all about giving thanks. It's all about Thanksgiving. So when someone says to you, or when someone asks you if Thanksgiving is a Jewish holiday, you can simply say, yes, because we give thanks to God each and every day in our Modim, in our Hoda'ah prayer. And this week's Torah portion, Vayeitzei, is all about Jacob realizing how important God is in his life, and giving thanks for everything that God has offered to him and to his people. This week, I'm thankful for so many things. I'm thankful for two beautiful daughters, two beautiful and healthy daughters. I'm thankful for a wonderful and beautiful and healthy wife. I'm thankful to be a part of an amazing community of Temple Kolemeth, a true family community. I'm thankful for my brother and my sister and my sister-in-law and my nieces and my father and all of my aunts and uncles and every other person in my life that has meaning, that has brought meaning to me. All of my friends dating from when I was a young kid all the way to today. I am who I am today because of the influences you've had on my life. And most importantly, I am thankful to God for giving me all of the wonderful things that I have. And thanking God and wishing and praying to God that everybody should be given the same opportunities, that everyone should have the same peace, the same wonderful life, the same beauty that we see in our own lives. Shabbat Shalom. Happy Thanksgiving.